All right, welcome to the podcast. Hope you're having a good one. This is Motivational Memories, and what I'm talking about, if you're listening and you're watching, I hope it's an encouragement to you. But really, it's just me talking and documenting my successes, my failures for my son. My wife is currently 15 weeks pregnant. Um, we know his middle name, and that's part of the reason I'm talking about this saying that's over here. Um, Teodoro is going to be his middle name, and of course his last name is going to be Honko, following me. But he's being named, and son, you're being named after one of the heroes in my life, my grandfather. He was a mountain of a man and a lot of accomplishments. He was. Sometimes I feel like I get my ego and my storytelling from him 100%. Because that's just what he loved to do. He loved to talk. He loved to engage with people, and I think that's why he and I got along. Oh, excuse me. We got along so well because I would listen to his stories and I would hang on his every word. And it's in the Filipino culture, the firstborn male grandson holds a special place, and that's who I was. And I was, the kid, the only grandkid for a couple years. So they had a special bond with me and my grandfather, especially because he was very traditional. They both came over on the boat post the Vietnam War to do their residency, their medical school residency here in the United States, because there was a deficit of hospital workers, doctors post the Vietnam War because so many had died. So they needed Filipinos to come over and help supplement. My grandparents, your great grandparents, were part of that group. And one of his favorite sayings, and I think it is derived from the challenges that he overcame, was, "Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff." And the basis of what he would explain to me is, let it go. The problems that you're facing, the problems and challenges that you're going to overcome, when you look back, it's going to look tiny. It's going to look laughable. You're going to be able to make jokes about it. And that's the basis of this saying. And it's to be a word of encouragement, so that once you face, not if, when you face challenges, you can think back to this. And I believe this saying in my heart is rooted in our Christianity, where we are giving it all to God. All of our problems are small compared to our God. We fit in the galaxy, and the universe fits in the palm of his hand. How little is the things that we're dealing with, and how short of a time period is this compared against eternity? So I think that's, he was a devout Catholic for most of his life, and he was a Christian at the end, and I believe we'll see him again in heaven, and I cannot wait to introduce you to him, son. He meant a lot to me. Your mother and I were just starting to date when he passed away, and he lived life to the fullest, and it's the reason why he died younger than your great grandmother, which I hope you will spend a lot of time with her, and she's still alive and kicking because she is super healthy. But he never exercised, didn't eat right, didn't take care of himself. So I don't want to repeat history, and I hope that you don't either. That we want to be healthy, we want to be there for our families for the long run, and that's what I'm promising and trying to do for you with my intermittent fasting that I'm doing right now, and hopefully I continue this forever. But yeah, the saying, just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. You can overcome it. You're going to accomplish it. And having that mindset means that you are going to do it. It's speaking it into existence. It's taking it upon your heart, especially if it's something work-related or anything like that. tackle it. You got this. I believe in you. So, and to kind of talk more about who your namesake is for your middle name. He was an anesthesiologist. He came up with a lot of procedures. He had a pain management clinic, made a lot of money. And thankfully, my grandmother was there to help make sure he didn't spend it all, because he came from nothing in the Philippines. I mean, they owned some small stuff, but they were from the southern Philippines, which is very much a third world country. Your grandmother, on the other hand, came from the opposite. So, and they met in medical school. They met during school. So that's kind of a story for another time. But ultimately, they came over with $500 and they built an empire that has impacted generations and created generational wealth that is ultimately setting our family up for success. And we're gonna build a lot. I'm gonna build a lot for you, son. And it's gonna be great. But that's who we come from. We come from people that do not back down. We come from people that take challenges head on. Your grandfather was definitely that guy, where he would just tackle problems and overcome them. And something I want to remember and also accomplish. Another one of his sayings was God, family, duty, honor, and country, in that order. Those were his priorities, and he would tell me that on a regular basis. And at the very top is God, and right after that is family. And the rest, it's small stuff. So have a word of encouragement. Focus on that. If you're struggling with something today, know that people before you have overcome similar or even more challenging obstacles that are in your bloodline. Their genes run through you. So that ability is in your DNA to accomplish and overcome. I've used this saying a lot when dealing with adversity in my life, whether it's job related, whether it's exercise related, and letting it go in the moment while still executing gives an unbearable or gives a bearable amount of peace when you're hitting these challenges. So, this is a smaller episode today, but this saying, I'm probably going to get tattooed, but it resonates through the kind of man I hope that you are going to be, that you are going to do great things. You're going to exceed what I have done in whatever space that you want to do it in. And really, I hope you find your passion, you pick it, and then you sharpen it and become the best at your passion. I'm a weird one. Logistics is my passion, and that's what I've been able to craft my career and my life around and where we've decided to move. But it's up to you. Find what you're passionate about, get after it, and go. So this is a short podcast today. We're going to talk more later. I'm going to get more in depth on your grandfather, give you some insights and stories to him. But just know that the people that you come from are leaders, they are immigrants, they are pioneers, they are successful, and you are derived from their bloodline, which means you have the 100% ability to accomplish this and to take it over and to manage it. You're going to do amazing things. I know it. I feel it. And I hope I'm there with you every single step of the way. But that's it. It's going to be a short podcast today. It's just short talking points. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's motivational to you. So just remember, don't sweat the small stuff. It is all small stuff. You can do anything. I believe in you. And if you would like to be on the podcast, reach out to me. We can do an interview. We can do some talks. I hope that this message of positivity finds you in the negative world that's out there for volume of information. So I hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. If you've gotten this far, please like and share and comment if you want to. It's helpful for other people to find it, but if you hate it, I get it. It's fine. I hope you have success in life and in business. Have a good night.